What's up, YouTube? It's just Brandy, and let's talk Black Ink Crew. So, on this most recent episode of Black Ink Crew, we pick up where we left off at the casino, where everybody is trying to band together to get Walt this $6,000 that he needs for this deposit so he can move out the projects and go to an apartment so his kids can come visit him from Chicago. So Caesar is back. He something was off, like with his sugar levels or something like that. So he was treated and released, and now he's at the casino. So they only have, I think, maybe like $2,000 at this point, so they need an additional $4,000. And Caesar's like, oh, okay, at the roulette table, put it on 16, and 16 comes out. So they decide that Caesar is like hot, and anything he says, everybody is betting with him. So they're, betting with him and winning at roulette. And then finally he says, put everything on black. So he's been winning, so everybody's like, okay, we're going to put everything on black, and it comes out red. So they lose all the money that they have won, which I'm never a fan of. Bet everything. I feel like if you bet and you start to win, then you make a determination as, okay, well, this is how much I'm going to keep, and then this is how much I'm going to bet again, because I'm always going to break even. I never want to, if I'm going to lose, I'm going to control how much I'm going to lose. But if I'm up, I'm going to make sure that I take my initial investment so that I always break even. But anyway, ultimately, I don't know why Caesar didn't just give Walt the $6,000, because I'm sure that he had it. He does end up getting the money, but not from the casino. Bae's mother is there, of course, and has the baby, and then she's like, I got an alert on my phone. My mother's somewhere going crazy with the credit card again. Remember, she already done went online shopping and bought the baby all types of clothes. So now she just going crazy, which I don't understand why she don't understand that her daughter has to pay for whatever that she's purchasing. So it's not like it's free. Like, your daughter has to pay this. So Teddy let Caesar know that him and Tati had broken up, and he like, oh, you broke up with your wife? Because Caesar performed that little bootleg wedding. And then the new girl meets with the body painting girl, and is telling her how she's tired of always having issues everywhere she goes, because she's an attractive girl. I guess everywhere she goes, people get insecure. She can't, anytime she tries to be friendly with people, they just assume that she's trying to get with them. Or if you're an attractive person, you can't help that. And if people are attracted to you, you can't help that either. So it's not that you bring that on yourself or anything like that. If you're attractive, you're attractive. And I feel like sometimes people give attractive people a bad rap, like they're always doing the most, when they're just probably just trying to be themselves, and people are just attracted to them. So I kind of feel bad for her. And the crazy part is that she's the one that hired her and brought her in the shop, and you knew at that time that you was dating a whore. So it just don't make no sense. Like Caesar said, that's why you shouldn't date nobody in the shop. He was like, I learned my lesson with Duchess. Like, you don't date people in the shop, because it brings bad energy into the shop. Then if y'all was to break up, like, she could turn into Sky Part 2, want to fight everybody else that you bring around. Like, it just doesn't work. You don't need to date people where you work. Like, I don't understand. Sky met up with her son Desalene's, and she let him know that, you know, she was sorry for withholding the information about his father. So she gave him a way to get in contact with his father. So he met up with his dad, and they captured that moment. And his dad had a different story. Now, Sky had her sons when she was 14 and 15, I believe, or 13 and 14, something. It's either 13 and 14 or 14 and 15. And the guys that she got pregnant by were both older guys. And so his father's excuse was that Sky said that she was 18, and he didn't find out until later that she was not 18. Now, today, the way that a lot of these young kids, you know, they have their nails done, they have weave and lace frontals, they have they all are so heavy into makeup. Like back in the 90s and in the early 2000s, when Sky would have been that age, girls weren't like that. They didn't wear makeup like that. Like, you know, kids look their age is what I'm trying to get to. Like, now you can look at some of these kids and they look like grown women. You can't tell that they are teenagers. But back then, you know, the clothing that was out back then was not the same clothing that is now. We weren't wearing like there were no skinny jeans. Like, you know, people, you know, we dress a different type of way as well. So for a guy to see a girl that was 13, 14, 15, you knew she was 13, 14, 15. She couldn't have told you that she was 18, 19. You wouldn't have believed it, because we looked our age. So, you know, his excuse is that he wasn't aware that she was that young. Okay, you weren't aware that she was that young, but she says that, I mean, he was very abusive to her. So irregardless of what age she was, you was abusive. You know, like I say, it's always those guys that get those young girls. It's a control thing. You get the young girls because you can control them. Because he was 30. So the thing is, even if she was 18, if you was 30, she still was too young for you. That's still disgusting. So, you know, he's like, now I have my father's perspective and it's different from my mother's perspective. And at the end of the day, that's what, when somebody recalls a situation, it's their perspective. It's what happened from their perspective. And there's multiple perspectives from a situation, and the truth is somewhere in between both perspectives. I don't feel like, you know, people say it's their, like, my story, your story, and then there's the truth, as if to say I'm lying, you lying, and the truth is somewhere. No, I mean, it could be that that one person is completely telling the truth and another person is completely lying. So, you know, I don't necessarily always believe that, but I do also believe that some people that are not telling the truth absolutely don't think that they are lying. They think that their version of the truth is actually what happened, because that is how they perceive it. So there is that too, where a person can be in a situation and recall it completely wrong but believe it themselves. That's like a whole nother thing. But anyway, you know, it was a touching moment with Sky and her son when she said, you know, I love you and I want to support you, but I don't know how to be a mother. And that was so real, because at the end of the day, even though she didn't give her kids up, her mom gave them up when she was locked up. But even though she didn't raise her kids after, when they were after 4 and 5, even if someone has their kids with them, none of us know how to be a mother. None of us are given a manual. Sometimes, yeah, you might have an example from your mother or from people you see of things that you want to emulate. But at the end of the day, none of us know how to be a mother. And everybody is just trying every day, if you are a mother, to do the best that you can. You're trying to you're trying to make the right decisions, to mold your child in the best way, and you don't always get it right. Nobody always gets it right. Everybody isn't perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, and it's good that she's in a place that she can admit that, because a lot of people won't admit that to their children, and it's just more of like, I'm the parent, so I'm right, even though every situation you're not right in. So anyway, that is Black Ink Crew. Bae's mother did give Caesar the paperwork, so he found out that Alex was suing him. And so when they went back to New York, he contacted Alex and he wanted to meet up with him. And Donna shows up. So of course they have an altercation, and he's like, I'm not giving you a dime, whatever, you're just basically after my money. And then Donna goes to Puma, to Art to Ink, and decides that she wants to work for him, which this is the second time around, because she already went to him before to go get a job. And remember the guy Naeem, who had the deaf girlfriend, she started dating Naeem, and then her and the deaf girlfriend came up there, and I believe they had a baby too. And the girl, it was like they were doing like a paint and sip at the Art to Ink, and the deaf girlfriend came up there and wanted to fight Donna because she had slept with Naeem. So Puma was basically like, remember that whole situation, like, I'm not trying to go there again with you. And she's like, oh well, I have a boyfriend now, so it shouldn't be no drama. When Naeem had a whole girlfriend, baby mama, and that didn't stop you from sleeping with him. So, and she's like, oh, it feels like family and all that. It's like, girl. So I guess Donna's going to be back working with Puma, but she's doing, it's like it's not just two shops in New York, and she was working on her own, but she said she couldn't afford the space. So obviously you not making enough money. Why ain't you get another artist to come work with you to help share the rent? But basically she went to Puma to be spiteful because she knows that Caesar don't like Puma. So it's like, but he don't care where you go and work. That's the thing. Like, I don't know why you feel like you that important. It's not like you was like the dopest artist and you was bringing so much money in the shop. Like, girl. Anyway, so that's my recap of Black Ink and my thoughts on the episode. I will see you next week for my next one.